Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. I'm rocking my pants with sauce and beer, making the tears rain down like a monsoon. Listen to the bass go boom, explosion. What's up, YouTube? It's the Big Kahuna back again with another video. And here we are, back with all the games and the content. But today I'm going to talk about something that I've experienced and you may have experienced too. Now, say you're talking to one of your homeboys, homegirls, or whatever, and they happen to have a common interest that you also have, which is the games. So you have one of those non-gamers, the real non-gamers, not the people who want to talk about people being casual and all this other stuff, but the real non-gamers, people who don't see the sense in playing video games at all, the people on the outside looking in, and they happen to be walking by while you and your fellow gamer are discussing something that you both love: games. And while they're walking by and they hear you talking about this, they turn around and they look at you and they say, wait a minute, are you talking about your kids? And in my case, I would say, well, I wasn't really talking about them, but yes, they play games as well. And then they would say something to the effect like, aren't you a little old to play video games? So then I have to say to them, have you seen the video games that are out nowadays? And most of the time they say no. And then I say, well, if you've seen the games that are out, you wouldn't be asking me that, because these are not the type of games that are really for little Timmy. But I know there'll be somebody who says, well, I have a little Timmy and he's mature enough to play the games. Yes, there's always going to be that case that there's a little Timmy who's mature enough to play the games, that, you know, has that father that says, hey, this is violent, a lot of violence, but we don't do that. And this is fake. This is not real. And some of those kids may actually get that. May. But I'm not talking about your little Timmy. I'm just talking about the fact that these people, like I said, the non-gamers on the outside, point at you with like disgust in their face, like, damn, you are too old to play games. This is for children. But yet, they haven't seen the video games that are currently out on the market now. They haven't seen the games where people's heads get blown off and stuff like that. These games are geared to adults. Are there children, teenagers, and such playing these games? Yes, but they are geared more to the adult crowd. That is why video games come with what? The same thing movies come with: a rating. Now, if all movies were good enough for Timmy to watch, he could just go plop his money down and go watch any movie. But they're not. That's why they have ratings. And that's why video games have ratings. So, for those people who may stumble upon this video, who run around pointing their fingers at people, you know, grown men that talk about video games and go, aren't you a little old to play that? No, they're not a little too old to play that. You have to see some of these video games. That's why I'm about to roll a clip on some of these video games, and you can see for yourself that we are not too old to be playing these games. Roll the tape. So, another thing is why you are saying that we are too old to play video games. And then some of you actually do see the video games that are out. You'll say, we're too old to play video games. But in the same voice, you'll say, those video games are violent. Now, do you usually show violence like this to kids. Granted, there are some people, like I said, that have those children that they believe that are mature enough to handle the violence. But once again, like I said, games are geared more towards adults. And that's why I laugh. Even my wife will say, I can't believe that you play video games. Yes, I do. And there's other things I could be doing that's way worse than playing video games. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. And I don't go out. I play video games. If this is the one bad thing that I do, well, goddamn, then I don't want to do anything that's right there. But anyway, as I always say, fanboys don't love their favorite system. They just hate yours. Continue watching the brutal violence. Watch this, watch this. Oh, little Timmy in the corner like this.
Here is your end.
Yes,